It's always raining. The sky is covered in cloud and storms rage across the ocean. As the clouds part, people have seen stars, the moon or the sun. Rarely. But every day they wake up to see the rain. The ruined keep stands in the rain overlooking the stormy sea, and the party stand in the jungle. Heavy drops of water spilling from the jungle canopy and splashing heavily on their shoulders and back. They are hidden in the undergrowth, water pouring down their backs, feet slid into the mud and dead leaves. They're crouched on rocks, away from the black mist that is rising from the ground around them, away from the bodies of crab-like creatures that exploded moments earlier, away from the tree where Aldri, a small boy, appeared to Zaymar and spoke to him about fun, and then disappeared. Deep in the jungle, they heard a scream of anguish from something very large indeed. But first, Horatia needs to deal with 4 elves, with the help of Alithia, growling at his side as a direwolf. And that's where we'll pick up the session. So I will bring up TTS straight away, because why not? So there's an elf who's stopped running and turned to you as you spoke. And then 2 others have stayed with him, while the 4th elf in panic has just kept running and disappeared off through the trees. So yeah, what do you want to say next, Horatia? You've got a growling direwolf next to you. It was a direwolf, wasn't it? I forgot to check.
No. Normal wolf.
A normal wolf, okay. You've got a normal wolf next to you.
I'm still scary.
This is pretty scary, yeah.
They can also see Brian because he screwed up his hide wall.
There just wasn't enough jungle to hide the direwolf. That's the problem. It's not his fault.
Okay, so Rathia's going to point at them. Tell us what you know about that monster and we'll help you kill it, if you got the balls for it.
I still think that sounds like persuasion.
Nah. It's threatening, you know. If you got the balls for it, you know.
I'm going to stand on my haunches as if I'm about to pounce.
Okay. So you've moved out slightly. Horatia, are you visible when you say this?
Yeah, no, I'm standing up. I'm in plain sight.
Okay. Is anyone else visible at this point?
I am not.
Okay. Point of order.
I'll signal to Brian to get here because he can be seen anyway.
Okay. So while you hold the elf's gaze, Brian, the actual direwolf, slinks through the undergrowth and just puts his head out from the bushes with the habitual snarl that Brian tends to have, and a bit of saliva dripping from his mouth. Growls at the elf. The elf has sort of held both hands up and moved them slightly, and the 2 elves behind him spread and sort of head off in that direction. But this is happening all at the same time. This is happening while you're speaking. Do you want to roll intimidation then, Horatia?
Zaymar rolls his eyes at the point and basically climbs down off the rock and starts to circle to the left, annoyed that he's getting his feet stuck in the mist.
So you kind of want to go this way or this way?
I'm going to the left. I'm going circling round to the left. Yeah, I'm going to flank.
Oh, you want to flank them? Okay, cool. So
yes,
as a note, this elf here is running at full speed while this is all happening. Okay, so you've moved off down there. Meanwhile, Adalbert and his bodyguard Baha, an elven soldier who is crouched down, rubbing shoulders with him, are both hiding in fronds that Zaymar carefully placed in front of them. What are you doing, Adalbert?
I'm just watching and waiting.
Okay. All right. So, what was the intimidation roll?
19.
All right. The elf that you're speaking to is slightly older. They are fairly androgynous. You can't tell male or female. And they look very concerned. They've got stress lines on their face. But they're currently holding your gaze fairly well with a heavy crossbow, sort of pointed down to the ground at the moment. But as you spoke those words, you could see a flicker of fear in their eyes. And certainly they are holding still and watching you. They're thinking, but they don't respond yet.
What are you waiting for? If you want the thing dead, you'll work with me.
Hathir? You are Hathir, are you not?
Yeah, that's me.
Why should we trust you?
Why shouldn't you trust me? I'm fucking hard. And that creature, you're gonna need someone fucking hard to kill it.
I think that's definitely persuasion. Roll persuasion.
Hell.
You can't see Zamar's face, but he is just his eyes have rolled back out of his head. He's rolling them so much.
Could be worse, could be worse. Let's have a little look.
While Chris is looking that up, Zamar, if you could turn your gain down slightly, you're a bit higher than the rest of the players.
Okey-dokey.
So that was an 11, which I'm quite pleased with.
All right. They step back and sort of move their hands down a bit, and the two elves behind them, who'd spread slightly, they've got their crossbows and they relax a little bit. Meanwhile, this one has disappeared off into the jungle. You can't see them. So I'm just going to tint them up to black. There we go.
You can't see them.
Everyone roll perception.
Oh, sugar. I get
Perception? What is that?
Zamar,
No, is that
roll
better?
at disadvantage. Oh, no, actually, no. Roll normally. Zamar, roll normally.
it. Oh.
9.
19.
Believe me, I'm as surprised as you are.
Yeah.
For those who missed it, Zamar has an injured eye and is currently suffering from disadvantage on a lot of perception checks.
At least
Yes.
the parasite's out.
Yes, parasites. That's all you need to know.
Like, there's a lot of parasites going around at the moment, actually.
Look, yes, exactly. I don't like things living inside of me, and neither should you, Alithia. So.
Same.
All right, so we've got a 19 from Adalbert. Anyone with anything over 15?
17.
Nope.
17.
No.
Okay, so Zamar and Adalbert, you heard the elf run off into the trees, and you could still hear their footsteps as they crush grass and all that kind of thing. And then suddenly the sound stops.
Brilliant. I don't say anything. I am turning my gaze in that direction. I'm gonna move to see if I can get a better listen on that area.
So you're going to move slightly further forward, or?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, but you are
Yes.
still
Going closer
sneaking,
to the
right?
sound of imminent death. Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes, I'm intending to be still sneaky.
Meanwhile, the
I will-
elf is turning to you, Horathia.
Very quickly, Simon.
Yes.
So, can I just message Horathia?
Yes.
And just say that their friend seems to have stopped suddenly. I'll keep you updated.
No, just, tiny bits he knows that I heard. Mind you, I suppose he knows I've heard anyway, it's his spell, but Horathia is not really very well versed in magic and things, so he'll give up.
All right, so Alithia, you're the only one. I guess you've been so focused on your quite intimidating growl that you didn't hear nor know that this has been going on.
Does my passive count? Just saying. My passive's higher.
Yeah, even your passive is so far away, and you expected the sound to die away anyway, and you are constantly growling. Beneath that, you can't hear.
Okay.
The elf turns to you, Horathia, and says, "What do you suggest?"
We set an ambush. If you got any more of your mates around, we could do with it, I got some more help. If you got more, great.
This is it. We are all that's left.
What do you know about the monster? Any weak points?
Not very much, except that they managed to kill an entire cohort.
Cohort? Who are you exactly?
You do not recognize Imperial Raresian soldiers when you see them?
Did I?
No. No, you didn't.
No, I didn't think I did,
It's like, for some reason, those large palm fronds all over your face made it very difficult.
No, I didn't recognize you. And that's you four. You were the last of them.
Well, the last from the camp, yes.
What the fuck are you doing around here anyway?
Now that will require another persuasion roll.
Yeah, that's not going to work. But,
Oh my goodness me! Come on, this is it.
I'm gonna. Oh no, that's much more like it. 4.
I also go.
I was worried about distorting the microphone, so I didn't. I didn't laugh as I really wanted to.
If Olivia's sort of little growl helps me, then
Olivia, how are you going to turn your growl from an intimidation growl to something that's more persuasive? Because at the moment, the elf is basically watching Horathia and side-glancing down at you with a slight confusion, because there's now 2 wolves, one smaller and one bigger.
I'm going to make it into a persuasion growl.
Does that go?
Yeah, we'd like to hear it. No. Yeah, it's quite hard in your shape to do much more than be intimidating. Okay. We are soldiers, we have a mission, but I think there is no time to discuss this. We must decide how we defend ourselves.
all right, we need to get hidden, pick it off with ranged weapons as much as possible. Then I'll hold it off.
All right, and on that note, let's move to Zaymar. What are you up to at the moment?
Right. Must maintain. Right. So I'm going to look. He looks around quickly, looking for like a tree or something with a little bit of elevation. Like, is one of those trees in front of me?
Yeah, there's a tree with very heavy frond leaves at the canopy, Thinner branches, you can climb the main trunk. You won't be able to walk out onto a branch, but you can climb.
Yeah, I think I'll head up there and see if I can get myself a better. While I'm up there, do I think that can I get a sense of how far away the elf was before they got hit, munched, etc.?
The sound disappeared when they were about 40, 50 feet away, so it's quite close.
Okay. I will go very, very still and then see if I can see anything.
Okay, roll stealth.
$21.
That's pretty good.
I think hope though. I'm going to send you a brief message because I want to try something. So other people can do stuff.
Could you also roll a perception roll?
With disadvantage.
Actually, no. Normal.
Right. Okay. That was 19.
Now roll intelligence, straight intelligence.
Oh, I will have to check what this is. 1 second. 19. It's extraordinary.
Okay. You are picking up something unusual that immediately triggered a connection of logic. There are sounds around you constantly. So there's a heavy wind that doesn't reach the ground level, but it's moving the canopy above you. There's heavy rain and the water is falling in clumps from the leaves as it gathers and then drops. So you're getting that heavy spatter sound all around you. Occasionally you hear the flutter of a bird taking off. There is life around you. And in the direction that you're currently searching, that sound is disappearing, and the disappearance of the sound is moving and currently moving south of your position.
Okay. I'll call out to everyone. This creature, it's silent. It takes silence with it. It's approaching from the south.
Just a question. They were fleeing in the opposite direction to what Zamar's indicating. Is that right?
They did what, sorry?
The elves were fleeing this monster from the other direction, the opposite direction to the one that Zamar's indicating. Is that
Yeah,
right?
so the sound you heard earlier, the scream, was east of here. And the elves ran from the east. This indication from Zamar is to your west.
Right, so Rathi is going to say to the elf that he's been talking to, you lot, can you move, like, can you do one of those spell things and make all sound disappear and shit?
We are soldiers, not spellcasters.
Look, how the fuck do I know what you can do? Right. Zamar's saying that there's silence creeping up on us from that way. They'll point in the direction that you said it was west, didn't you?
Yeah, so as Zamar did shout that out, these three are currently grouping around the tree here with heavy crossbows pointing in various directions. They're sort of going back to back. Although the leader elf is watching you right here.
Do I think that I could pinpoint the area? Like, is it possible to see it up? Is it actually moving any branches or anything, or I'm just hearing where it's not? Sort of like the gap.
This is 100% from sound at the moment.
Right. Okay.
You can't see anything in the direction where you think it is.
Okay.
Right. I suggest we all get hidden now. No matter what this fucking thing is. If they can't see us, they can't attack us.
Simon,
Matt.
listening to kind of what Zamar said about traveling with essentially a zone of silence, apart from the Astravi, do I know of any creatures that are able to do that?
Roll an esoteric check.
12.
No. The Astravi are the only creatures that you either know about or have come across in books, or rumours or legend, that move silently, apart from spirits. But they are reputed to move around without making a sound rather than creating silence, like Zamar indicated.
Good. I'll share that with Horathia first. Just send him a message from where I am. If what Zamar says, there may be two fronts. The only creatures that I know of that can create silence are the Astravi.
Can I send? I can't send a message back to you.
You can reply.
All right.
Whilst they're doing that, because as a wolf, I've got advantage on checks involving hearing. Can I check how far the silence is?
You want to try and locate it? Sure. So
Like
roll
echolocation.
Yeah, roll perception with advantage.
Yeah.
Sort of anti-echolocation, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll reply to Adalbert. We better hope they're actually on our side, or else we're fucked.
22.
Okay. I am going to improvise and
I thought you were going to say secrets.
I'm going to just make a sort of blackened circle, but not too black. There we go.
Perfect.
For the kind of location that you think they are. So right now, you reckon it's sort of there. What was your roll again?
22.
22. So from that, you're kind of, I mean, you're very familiar with the forest anyway. You've done a lot of exploration and
Making friends.
made a lot of friends with forest creatures. So you're kind of familiar with what jungles should sound like. So it's relatively easy to pinpoint now that you're concentrating. However, obviously, if they get too far away, it will be harder. The sound that isn't there is quite large in scale.
Not nice. I'm gonna signal to Bron to conceal himself.
Okay, everyone roll initiative.
No! I'm a wolf!
Right.
No, I don't want this. I don't want this.
I'm
18.
going to send you a message, Simon.
Okay.
11.
Is my initiative bonus the same as usual as a wolf?
We're Dex based, so yeah.
Okay, cool. 22.
Cool. Okay, so have a think about what you want to do. Horathia, what did you get, sorry?
You need to read my message before I can tell you.
Okay.
And I've got 2 messages, but it's the second one.
Yes, you do.
Okay, fine.
And no, he didn't.
Yeah. I've got quite a lot of time. Anyway, well, that's a thing for another day. 9.
All right. So, Alithia, you are going to be moving first. So we've got Alithia, then Adalbert, Zamar, Alithia. Baha is actually quite fast. Okay. Okay, Alithia, what do you want to do?
So, is one of the is one like? Do I see what I'm attacking? There we go.
You are quite far away from this sound.
Okay.
You're still within dark vision range, but you can't see anything. No. Actually, roll perception.
Oh wait. Oh, and can I use hearing for this?
Nope.
Or is it vision?
It's vision.
Okay. Right. Oh, that was actually pretty good. 24.
You are seeing something that is hard to make out. There's definitely something there. In the darkness and the shadows, there's definitely something moving, but there's no shape or form that you're able to distinguish at the moment.
If I go closer, how far away from it am I?
You're about 50 from the edge of. You're more like 60 from the middle.
Okay, 50 from the edge. Can I go? I think my speed is 40. So can I use half my speed? So I'm still 30 feet away.
Sure. From the center.
From the center. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm going to hold an attack for any stuff that comes out. And I'm going to bite it if it comes out.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Baha is also holding Adalbert.
I am going to grasp my my golden horn and just send a message up to the 100% and to Starrick, and just gonna say, Starrick, is that you coming?
Okay, I'm going to briefly message you. That conversation is not an action, so if you want to do something, you can still do something.
Depends on what you say. In that case, I will prepare and hold a firebolt.
Okay. You're remaining hidden, right?
Yes.
Zama? Now we can deal with your thing. Roll stealth.
So I'm going to send you. I'm going to send you a quick question.
Okay, I'm dealing with your previous thing, so do you want to roll stealth?
Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough. 18.
All right.
Shall I send you my question anyway?
Sure. All right. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so I'm gonna quietly work my way down out of the tree.
Okay.
And across, and then, yeah. Do
East or west?
To the west, yeah. So
this way.
Yeah, so I'm going to be. Let me just check. Yeah, so about there, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
So the rest of you have no idea where Zaymar is currently. Rathia.
All right. he's gonna indicate to Bran to come with him, and he's gonna move in front of Alithia.
Okay.
And as he goes, he's gonna say, "Don't just stand there, flank it."
Are you saying that to...
Alithia as he passes.
Okay. Cool.
Oh.
Actually, it's not Bran's turn, but he heard the message. Bahar is also going to remain crouched down with you, Adalbert, but he's got his hand on the hilt of his longsword. You can no longer see these elves. They are disappearing from sight.
Like,
I can get a little bit further than that, can't I? I don't want to be too close to Alithia. I want to be between her and whatever's coming, but I want to keep that range a little bit distant. And when I get there, then I'm going to hold my attack. If I get attacked, I can attack back again.
Okay.
I'll draw my claymore as well.
All right, so Horathia reaches over his shoulder, takes hold of the hilt of a bone sword, and pulls it out. The sword is currently wreathed in red flame that has black edging, and as you pull it from the scabbard, the flame changes colour as you pull it and goes white, but it's still got a black edging to the flames. You need to roll a wisdom check.
Say that.
Wisdom saving throw.
So you know the question I asked you before.
Yeah.
Does that apply to this as well?
Yeah, everything.
Well, I'm trying. I'm not.
I know. Keep checking. You never.
You never know. What I might get left.
Exactly.
Can we give him advantage on his test of wisdom by saying, "Don't take out the sword"?
Yeah, like he's going to listen to you.
If only. I'm afraid that's a 6. Not great.
All right. Yeah, now it's my turn to not quite.
Oh my goodness.
I can't wait for this.
Simon's face when he does this is never good. It's never good. Oh dear.
Oh god, the sword with its own mind. I'm looking forward to this.
The sword spins your arm round so that you're now holding the sword in a wrath stance, which is quite a high stance, ready to attack. But there's kind of a shudder, like there's a bit of confusion going on. It's not quite sure. So you felt it move viciously as if it was going to charge in, like it did before, and then it just kind of holds in this wrath stance, and it doesn't want to do anything else. It's kind of fighting against itself and with you, obviously.
That's right, you bastard. You fucking do what I say.
If a sword could have a little question mark emoji, it would.
Great, we're on Metal Gear Solid now.
All right. So you're holding sword in position currently. Bran will... Oh, he's got quite a lot. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He's going to start flanking around. And then it's Alithia again, I think. Yeah. Alithia.
Okay, so Thingy is flanked.
The big
Bran
blob
is-
of dark of this black thing. Yeah, this flank.
Bran has. Okay, fine.
I mean, between Zamar and they're not technically flanking yet because they're not in melee range, but
Yeah, exactly. So I was wondering if anyone's in melee range. I'm gonna go if I can. I want to try and go. Can I go around the other side, the whole way around? So like I'm.
You want to start heading around here?
Yeah, well, like so I'm on the other side to where Harathia is.
So up here.
No, like on the other side of the block.
Oh, all the way around that. Okay.
Yeah.
And you want to
How far
go
is that?
south?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20.
No.
25,
I want to go in the
30,
direction
35.
Zamar went.
Yeah, so you probably get to about where well, you don't know he's there, but you probably get around here by that point. Yeah. It is noticeable that whatever this event is.
I have 40, by the way. As a wolf.
40.
Sorry.
Whatever event this is, it didn't do anything last round. It actually stopped moving and is currently still. So for all of you who are looking for the lack of sound, there is now quite an ominous silence in this center here.
Sorry, was that a dash as well?
No, that was just movement.
Yeah.
Do you want to dash? And then end up like here?
20 feet away from the edge.
From the edge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, where I was fine. Sorry. Sorry.
All right. Adalbear.
So it's just kind of a darkness and silence.
Yep.
I am going to nuzzle in slightly to Baha. And just
okay.
And message him and just say, "This is cozy. Have you ever seen anything like this before?"
The only thing I know like this is the Estravi. But this is... this seems bigger.
I agree.
Alithia, you moved quite quickly and without stealth.
Yes, I did. Oh, shit.
Okay, there's a sudden movement and the silence comes towards you, and as it comes towards you, it's very eerie because there's no sound. All you can see as it gets really close is these shadows sort of slipping through the trees in a mass ball of darkness. And as it comes to your location, the darkness is surrounding you, and you are now enveloped in both a magical darkness and a magical silence. So you are unable to cast... well, you can't anyway, but you're unable to... you're unable to growl, and you're unable to hear anything or see anything.
Can I smell, though?
You can.
And I have advantage on smells.
Interesting. Yeah, roll smell.
I can't tell if that's really good or if that's good.
I know.
It's interesting.
Guys, I'm like, that's amazing.
Yeah, really cool.
That's actually really good.
Oh my god.
21.
Okay, now roll nature.
Oh my goodness.
Which one is that? Okay, that's 11.
Okay, it has the exact same smell as the Estravi.
Fine. No, what I meant is, can I smell my friends?
I
know what they smell like. I live with them.
if you start hunting for them, you could track them down, but you can't sort of do an echolocation by smell. No, the pheromones don't travel quite that far that quickly, and through dense jungle smells in that way. You can sort of smell footprints and things, but not in the air.
Okay, fine.
Interesting question, though.
God damn it, I can't even tell anyone what it is. Because I'm a wolf and I can't speak.
This is
Okay, you don't see anything and you don't hear anything, but you feel a number of long, sharp objects flying across your position, and you're ducking and dodging and crouching down on the ground. Yes, and these sharp objects are flying past your head, and you feel something brush your cheek, and suddenly
Is it a cuddle? Is it a pet?
two of these objects slam on either side of you, and you're now currently grappled. So roll. You'll need to roll 2 athletics checks or acrobatics checks to dodge this grapple.
2 18s. Plus 2. 20. 30s.
Okay.
so wolf. Bloody hell.
These sharp, almost blades. You're not quite sure what they are. They catch on your clothing and sort of through the sides of your sash, and you wriggle free, and you have to tear a little bit of your tunic to get free.
This is wolf.
Good point.
Fur. Your fur comes off.
Sorry, I completely forgot you're all. Yeah, the fur. Just replace everything I just said with fur. But yeah, you dodge the grapple. After that, the thing, whatever it is actually going to move again. So you get an attack of opportunity.
Me?
Yep.
I bite. That's
Yep.
the only thing I can do. There is nothing that is nearby, is there? No, I'm just
Yeah.
wondering if anyone else is in melee. That's what I was wondering. Because I get
You're miles
benefit.
away from anyone.
Okay. So that's a 16.
That just hits. So you snarl at it and take a bite. Roll damage.
Not very much. Oh, actually, that's not bad. 8. Piercing.
Piercing. Okay.
Anybody going to make a if it bleeds we can kill it?
Also, is it a creature?
Yes.
Okay. Can I try and knock it prone?
Not sure. This is an attack of opportunity. I'm not sure what you're using at the moment.
I'm just using my bite. So on a bite, if you succeed a DC 11 saving throw, or you're knocked prone.
Oh yeah. It must succeed on DC 11. Okay, cool. Yeah, it succeeded. It's 15.
Fine.
So yeah, you slam into it with a bite, and it's quite a solid body, but a lot thinner than you expected. The Astravi you've seen before have been quite bulky. This one is very thin. Right, Zaymar.
Oh.
So I'm going to try and do what I just sent you.
Okay, so you want to move towards it. 5, 10, 15, 20.
I'll go pretty quickly.
Okay, you're going to use your full move, so you're going to go into it. Into this area.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me just. I just sent you a quick question before I do that. So I think I can use my.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay, and so I think I think if I use the dash action or maybe dodge, I can go in and back out again. So that's my plan. See how that works. I'll sort of draw it over.
All right. So obviously, because of the initiative order, you can go in and then attack or whatever you want, but you can't. Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to be good enough to hit, so I'm going to like dodge in and then come, sort of rushing back out again.
Okay.
If you see.
All right. Do you want to roll? I guess you want to do a disengage, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, my aim is to see if I can bait it this way.
Yeah. So roll to disengage.
So, okay. I'll message you that.
Okay. All right. So it takes a swipe at you. But yeah, you're disengaging, so it can't hit you. And you head off in this direction. But you definitely got its attention. Again, all you felt was this whistling of a blade behind you. All right.
So I'm probably going to swing round and head towards Harathir. That's where I'm going. So I'm going back.
Okay.
So I'm drawing it away from around from. I'm not going, obviously, getting it to go straight past Alethea. I'm getting it. So the idea would be to draw it past Alethea, so she might.
You want
get
to
an
loop,
attack of
basically.
opportunity.
Oh, okay. Right, cool.
If it's a straight line, then it would go past. But I don't want to put her in danger, so I want to be far enough away, and I want to loop back round and head over to Harathia so he can smack it with his sword. That's my vague plan. That's where I'm going. Okay. See how that goes.
All right, cool. Harathia.
All right, Harathia is going to talk to his sword.
Okay.
That's not all he's doing, but he's doing it in his head this time. He normally just shouts it out loud, but so it's going to be, look, you shoot out light and shit like that. Can you do anything about that fucking darkness? And meanwhile, he's walking forward. He's walking towards it.
I can hit it.
Can you get rid of it?
I can hit it.
Oh, fucking hell. Oi, Brian, over here.
You're calling for Brian to join you,
yeah? Yeah.
All right, and then moving forward.
Yeah, full movement.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm not going to be able to hit it. So if I still have an action, then my action is going to be defend myself against attack. So if I get attacked, I'm going to swing back again.
Okay.
And just to clarify, like I'm aiming to draw it past, but not through Harathia and Alethea. The idea is to, ideally, it would be close enough to get an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
But,
Alethea?
God almighty. I want to... Could I tell how big the thing was? Like
pretty small, actually. Thin, quite short.
Okay, so then in that case, I want to leave just enough space so that I'd be flanking, but he would have to kind of come in between all of us if it wanted to attack.
So you want to go down a bit, or?
No, because it's thin, so like not the whole area. Like the actual sticky bit in the middle.
Yeah.
So him. So like if the darkness enveloped, I'd want it so that if the person went through, they'd have to kind of pass through us all.
Okay. Actually, your position is pretty good if it
Perfect.
follows. Zaymar.
Oh, okay, fine. So then I'm not going to move. I am just going to ready an attack in case it comes past me.
Okay. Adalbert?
I dropped her a message on Discord, Simon.
Okay.
He's wondering how you are.
Yes.
Adalbert is quiet. That can only mean something dangerous.
Like, where's the flirting? Where is the,
Yeah.
you know, narcissism?
Yeah, where's the charming
So,
quotes?
seeing kind of what happened to Ellie kind of bumping out, Adalbert's actually going to break cover, kind of jump up and shout, Ellie, in such part of a semi-reaction from the movement earlier. And he is going to walk forwards after he's seen that Ellie's kind of okay in walk-like form. And he is going to shout out, because it is the only thing he can think of. He's going to cast Hold Person.
Okay.
To kind of the center of the darkness.
I think
And-
you might have a problem. I will check, but you need to be able to see a target, no?
Possibly.
Yes.
Yes. Someone you can see in darkness.
Darn it.
Yeah, there's
well.
a sight requirement.
It's a big
Unfortunately, you can't
The
see
second
anything.
part of that plan.
This part was great.
He's just going to shout out.
I think we've lost Matt.
That's brilliant. He's going to shout out blank. I'm hiding.
He's just very good at staying still.
Yes.
Okay, this shape moves off in this direction and gets to around here and starts to become much harder to hear. You definitely can't see it. However, those of you with relatively high perception, like Alithia, and I think even Zaymar maybe, you can hear it, the silence,
The gap.
relatively well. So you are aware of where it's going. It's actually looping around here. Okay. Zaymar, it's your turn.
I will move back and attempt to do the same thing again. So I will move back towards that white tree and attempt to pretend to hide, or I'll be looking around for it or something like that. But I'm going to keep an eye on it, and then if it comes, then I'll sort of try and draw it in towards Rathi again.
Yeah. We've obviously lost Matt, so... which direction do you want to go? North?
North. Yeah, that'd be good for me. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Hopefully Matt will try to get back in here.
Yeah, hasn't got... He's not on my list yet. Garcia.
Okay, so was Zaymar hidden when he went north?
He's moving through the shadows, but he's not hidden, no.
Okay. Right. Back to the rock. Zamar's listening now. He figures. We still got a monster to worry about.
And then...
And he'll head back towards the rock, expecting everyone to follow.
Okay.
Mention.
And he'll grab Adalbert on the way.
Oh, so you're going to grapple him?
Well, I'm assuming he'd probably not fight me.
All right. So you grab hold of Adalbert, he's pretty light, and start moving him off. Oh, Matt still isn't back. I wonder if he's got a computer problem.
Yeah, no, I just pinged him on the chat to see what happens.
Any thunderstorms in his area?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had the same problem last week. Okay. Alethea.
I am not going to listen. And I am going to go in the opposite direction.
What is the big guess?
Towards a thing, but
Okay.
stealthily.
All right. Do you want to roll stuff?
And I'm probably going to go towards like the line of the trees.
This side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Stealth, yep. That was not great. That was a 14.
I'm supposed to be the decoy. You're ruining my plan again.
All right. So Adalbert is continuing to move with you back to the rocks, right here. So he will return to the safety of Baha, and I'll just assume he hides. If somebody wants to roll a d20 for his stealth.
Yeah. I think he might be back.
He said trouble appears and I disappear. He's suddenly in the chat. Hilarious.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing in
he's
the
back.
chat?
So I got a 6. I got a 6, and I don't know what his stealth modifier is.
He's going to love you for that. Right, I've just admitted him,
Okay.
but there's no... I've admitted him to the Zoom call, but there's no picture.
No picture.
Oh, God. Is it you sure? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's no... He's got exactly the same problem that I had, I bet, with the Zoom update.
Right. Yeah, I use Zoom at work, so I'm constantly updating it. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there he goes.
Hey, excellent.
Oh, sorry.
And he's back in the room.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I've had enough being Alethea. Can you move me, please?
I'm going to make an overlay graphic where whenever you move into Alethea's archway, it just gets a big red nose over the middle.
No, it's got to be a cat filter. Come on.
Our filter, of course. Yes.
In fact, we should just make everyone a cat.
Yeah, and then just have the eyes randomly move around. Oh,
Yeah.
tracking is so great.
Can you not
Right,
see
stay on target. Stay on target. Yes.
I have to admit
yes,
that,
we've got ears. They're wolf ears now, Alethea.
me? Okay.
I have been watching that little clip on repeat. Still. I can't help it.
Which clip?
The cat. I'm not a cat.
Cat lawyer.
Yes, we can see that.
Right, let's stay on target. We've got to thwart this beast. It's not falling into it. It's so annoying. You bait the trap and then it doesn't want to take it. It's just irritating.
This has been one of those sessions. It really has. If it can go wrong, it has. Oh my god, what have I done now? Not that one.
I can't even see the stream. It's probably this one. Alethea has... everything's good unless Alethea...
For some reason, I
Raphael's
put
actually got
Alethea and Adalbert around the wrong way.
Fine. It's
Was
fine.
it-
Let's do it for a bit.
Yeah, was it my amazing chipmunk conversation earlier this evening? Kind of fooled you.
Great, Adalbert.
How do I be like Adalbert? Wine, books, flirting with Baha. Beautiful.
Was that your wolf there?
Yep.
No, this was my Ellie wolf.
Right. Perfect. Oh dear. I'm now turning to drink.
All right, so Adalbert, because of the nonsense that's been going on, I'm going to let you roll your own stealth roll, and plus Mads screwed up. So. Mads, could you move slightly to your left?
Right.
Your left.
This way?
Yeah, a bit more.
Yeah. Do you mean that way?
Oh, I know what it is. I've got participants still. That's why. Don't worry. It's me. Perfect.
Mads has got to go back in the centre again now.
I don't know what the centre is.
You're rolling stealth because we decided that Adalbert was going to hide with Baha again because you weren't here.
Okay.
Rathir manhandled you out of danger.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Nice.
It was a 9.
That's like one better than what Mads rolled or something.
It's going to be...
At this point, I'm going to break out of initiative. The whatever it is disappears from view, and you can no longer hear it or see it. And you're not in an initiative at the moment, so you can return to wherever you want to.
Oi, Brad, get here. Do I have to tell you twice?
So you're going back to the rock, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Bran slinks back. He's looking a bit upset because he hasn't hit anything for a while. Zaymar, what are you doing?
I will go back up the tree where I was originally hiding and stay there and keep a lookout.
All right, Mads?
Can I hear where the silence is?
Nope.
It's gone away.
Yep.
Do I know the direction it went?
Yeah, it was kind of circling round. Last you could hear it. It headed off north of your position.
I look over to the elves. Are they still where they are?
You can't see them, no. They appear to have disappeared.
Where is Zane?
I shout out from the top of the tree. Well, Rathia, what do you want to do? It's left us for now. Maybe it just saw that big ugly sword of yours and decided to depart.
I expect it did. We wait.
Ellie, you were in the darkness. What? Tell me everything. The only thing I can think of that can create magical darkness and magical silence as it moves is the Astravi.
Okay, so I can't speak, so I'm going to mime.
Are you going to come back to do this? Because it's an awful long way away to watch a wolf mime.
I'm going to run back. And then I'm going to lope back. And then I'm going to sit on my haunches. And I'm going to growl. And then I'm going to growl. And then I'm going to pretend to be ducking from side to side. And then I'm going to sit on my haunches. And I'm going to lift my paws up. And go like this.
Oh, for goodness sake. And I just message her. Tell me what it was.
Can I respond to the message?
You can.
It's
yes.
telepathic, isn't it?
Yeah.
It smelt like Astravi. And it hit at me with sharp things. And there was lots of them. And it only got my fur. But it was skinny. And the darkness was bigger.
I send another message. Bigger Stravi, smaller Stravi.
It was skinnier. No. Sorry. It was smaller than an Astrabi, but the silence was bigger.
I
Simon, I'm going to do something while they're talking,
Okay.
and it might be time bound, but carry on, guys.
I mean, Prath is standing there watching, you know, whatever this silent conversation. I mean, he sort of knows about the message spell thing. So, can I roll to work out that that's what they're doing, or do I just know?
It's kind of up to Adalbert. Are you looking intently at Alithia, and is Alithia looking intently at Adalbert?
I think so. Look,
Yes.
I did kind of like, you know, pretend to have wings with like my paws.
Yeah, they appear to be
And I do-
communicating. Yeah.
All right. So, was that a monster?
No. I don't know why, but I have a strange thought. It was an Astravi. Of that much we can guess by the silence, the darkness and what Ellie said, but she said it was small and skinny. Now tell me, this creature didn't attack. It came in, it seemed confused, it enveloped, it explored and then ran away again before. What if it were human and it's small and skinny? What might that remind you of and confused?
You? I don't know. Tell me.
I'm gonna growl really like lots.
You're useless. I wonder whether it's a child,
And then I'm gonna nod.
a lost, very confused child.
What? A Stravi child, you mean?
No, a pumpkin child.
What the fuck's a pumpkin child? Not gay.
Yes, an Astravi child. Surrounded by babies.
Roll intelligence, Alithia.
What about one for Harathia to detect that there's no such thing as a pumpkin child?
It's like Cabbage Patch Kids, but for this universe. Oh, that's a
Oh my
brilliant intelligence as a one.
What's happening in the real world is happening in the session too.
1 plus 0.
Excellent.
You're not even there. You're up a tree.
Okay. Simon, I sent you a quick message, but obviously I'm going to descend from the tree and then go over as stealthily and as quickly as I can.
Can I try with my paw to write the letter A?
Okay. Yeah, you can write to letter A easily.
Oh, not that way. Where it was, by the way.
Oh, right. Okay.
Do you get what I mean?
I wanna go up to. I want to get the attention of Adalbert and Barathia, so I'll like tug on their trousers, and then with my paw I will write the letter A, and then I'll start to write the letter L, and then the letter
Adalbert is
D.
spelled with a D.
Huh?
Adalbert is spelled with a D. A-D.
I'm gonna bite him, like gently, like snap at him. So A L G apostrophe. Are they getting it yet?
I like it.
Oh, that fucking child. That's what you're talking about, isn't it?
Algernon also has a D. Oh, my word. Are you asking whether it's Algernon or you believe it was?
God.
Oh dear.
This is worse than communicating in thieves' can't. It's.
There were two.
How can we
questions
slow
there,
down
Abby.
this conversation by a factor of 3 million?
Roll investigation, Seymour.
$17.
You see prints smaller than before, but they are the same kind of prints in the mud that you saw when the Astravi were around. So the weird sort of backwards toe and the heel, especially from movement, it appears to be jumping, and it's definitely not a small pumpkin child, whatever that is.
So once I've ascertained this, I will appear wearily from the jungle, having watched from afar the pumpkin child conversation. Adalbear is correct. It is appears to be a smaller Astravi. So
And then I'm gonna pull at Zamar's trouser and then like nose my way towards the letters.
just don't.
Oh,
look,
does he pet
you-
me? Does he pet me?
No, that was
Like,
that
I'm
was
gonna-
me trying to keep. Look, you know, I have
I'm
a
gonna-
thing
I'm gonna
about
go-
large
I'm
teeth
gonna,
getting
like-
near me. Just no, stay.
I'm gonna like go further
No.
up to him as if I'm just like getting pets
do-
and whatnot.
Don't lick me. Do not
Sniff his
lick me.
crotch.
Do not lick me.
I will give him a big lick.
That was my hand. That's disgusting. I'm not amused, Alithia. You can just take your wagging tail.
Can
away.
I
Thank you.
can I do a non-lethal bite and like try and prone him?
Yes. Roll to hit.
Oh, it's probably not
God's
gonna be
sake.
very good. Oh, that's not bad.
Oh my god.
It's a 19. I don't know what my plus is.
Roll a DC. You want to get over 12, I think it was. Can't remember.
I want to get over.
Was it? Yeah, 11 maybe.
What'd you get?
Okay. No, I didn't.
After complaining bitterly, Zamar is thrown to the ground by the force of Alithia the wolf.
And then I lick his face.
You lot finished messing around. We've still got a fucking monster out there. Get yourself in.
Exactly. Just take your horrible. Oh my god, that taste of jungle. Ugh.
Based on the mess in the hull and the ship, do I think it could have been a smaller driver that created the carnage in the boat?
No, there's definitely bite marks from a maw that is pretty large, like a foot or more in size, just the jaw. So definitely not small, definitely not slender.
Okay.
So
I stand
question-
back.
Harathia
Up again.
is
Well, brain blocks. Any Astravi that ain't like on our side, because if it's anything like stoic, could just be corrupted.
it's possible, but my thought is, why would something that small be alone?
You think there's more of them?
Or something's got to the others,
Do we think
and this is a
possibly-
child lashing out.
Okay. Do we think this is possibly the same thing that attacked the boat?
No. What attacked the boat was much larger with much larger teeth.
Okay, so yes, I'm just trying to get it all together, all of the things that seem to be attacking and killing things around here, and there's a rather large list. You know, first it's crab things, then it's like weird-footed shadow creatures that leap into space, and then now we've got these child Astravi, and then wolves.
Look, what about this situation isn't weird? I mean, our fucking ground shook before the mist came up.
That's true. Did anybody have anything happen to them after that?
I could see in the dark like some kind of elf. That's fucking weird.
That happened to you as well.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting. No, not interesting. Like, I have no idea. That heartbeat thing happened, and then suddenly,
Look,
yes,
it's
I
like-
see as well.
It's
It
like
seems
the
to be
first
a
time
boon.
some of this weird shit's happened. Remember that raid we did? You know, for a certain paint team.
Yes. What about it?
I got, well, what was it? I knew where people were and shit. You know, it's like that, isn't it? Some sort of side effect.
I'm going to, like, in my wolf form, put myself very, very close to the ground as if I'm, like, stuck to it. Like, spread myself out.
You trying to hear the ground? Lithia, can't you do that more than once a day? I'm sure. Sure. I suppose the other thing we could do is, Adalbert, would you mind translating if you won't return to a human form? Sorry, elf form.
I roll my eyes. Message Ellie. What's up, Ellie?
I couldn't move when that thing happened. Could you?
No. And I say that out loud. Ellie was saying. Ellie was saying that she couldn't move when the ground trembled, and I think I speak for all of us when I say none of us could.
But when it finished, when the heartbeat finished beating, I suddenly found I could see in the dark, which is, I know you can, but
because I'm a superior being
myself.
Can you both still see in the dark?
Yeah.
Indeed. Yes. I mean, I'm not ungrateful for this thing, but one does not simply come across the ability to see in the dark. I mean, you know, I've heard the old wives' tale of eating carrots and so forth will help you see in the dark, but this is a bit ridiculous.
Can I screw my eyes up and, like, look as if I'm looking intently? Because I want to know if they've got dark vision. Have I got something like true sight or something like that? I'm looking for, like, weird shit.
No, your sight hasn't changed.
Oh.
One thing, right. The interesting thing is that a wolf presumably doesn't have dark vision, or does it have dark vision?
No.
No, I don't.
No, it has extra hearing, and that's it.
No, I don't have dark vision.
So presumably, Alethea, do you have dark vision now? Can you see in the dark?
Can I see in the dark, DM?
That's a good question. But it's not relevant for the story. The answer is whatever it is in the rules for wild shape.
No. Wild shape is I take on whatever of my shape.
Right, Rathi's going to conceal himself towards the east of the rock, and he's going to have a listen, because we've been jabbering on for ages with no care in the world or no thought to the advancing death machine.
Roll perception.
Death machine.
I think that's 11, but let me check. 11.
There's nothing currently visible. You can't hear anything. There's no weird silences moving around you. This just seems like normal jungle to you at the moment.
Aside from all the mist.
Sorry.
Yeah.
One thing, we did hear a screech, didn't we, or something?
You did, yeah.
Was that the elves?
No, that was the creature.
The creature that is surrounded by silence and darkness.
No. The creature who attacked the boat, I presume.
Oh, the other creature. Sorry, I'm getting lost. There's just so many creatures. Is it this one or that's... Yes, of course it is. So we're quite convinced that was the big creature with the large teeth creature that we were tracking in the first place.
Yes. To make things easier, I'm going to quickly message Starrick and let him know there may be an unaccompanied minor. To see if there is any way they can pick this child up, support it, so it's not scared anymore.
Okay.
And I take out my golden horn and just send that message to Starrick.
You are getting a message, but it's relayed. Starrick isn't nearby. And they will come, but it will take a while to get there.
Let's see. That's fine. If he returns, I'll try to speak again. Is there anything I can say which may help calm if it is an Astravi child?
The immediate answer is you can sing, but there's there's like a ... and then a pause, and then but it wouldn't sound right.
Does Adalbert say that out loud?
No, this is
Yeah.
this is directly to
my goodness
Adalbert.
me.
You just see him clasping his golden horn.
If it's a lost child, then you could leave food for it. Preferably
Thank
something skinned.
Thank you. And I turn to the others. Starrick is going to send an Astravi party to try and pick up the child if it is so. In the meantime, I think if my hunch is right, as with all children, it means no harm. It is merely hitting out because it's scared and lonely.
How to get it then? I mean, they just leave their children lying around, do they?
Well, your elven friends who disappeared said their entire camp was decimated. It's possible that the Astravi living in this jungle were also attacked and either all killed apart from a child or left in haste and were separated.
We got Astravi living in the jungle. I thought they lived somewhere else.
I do not know much about these Astravi that you seem to be able to summon to your side instantly with that badge. Zamar's hand unconsciously moves down to one of his pouches and then back up again. Yes, that horn symbol thing that you have. Does it work to summon the Astravi if you talk to it?
Do I notice the unconscious movement?
Yeah, it wasn't. There was no attempt to hide it.
No.
I'm just going to check your perception, but you probably do. Yeah, you probably notice a movement, but your passive perception isn't good enough to know what direction, or draw too many conclusions, I think.
I communicate through the huntress.
And does that so you can communicate to her just using that device you are carrying?
Yes, it is her symbol.
You just talk to it, do you?
It's more of a feeling, a trust, a faith, an understanding that if I speak out ballistic, I may not always be replied, but I'm always heard.
Oh, so it takes some kind of special power then?
Yes.
Okay, well,
Uh,
never mind.
Okay, anyway, if this child returns, if it is a child, as I said, I spoke to some other Astravi, and they said some skinned food. Let it know we're not threats, and hopefully that might help it.
Skinned food.
All right. Another question then. If it's a kid, how come it's darkness, it's silence and stuff is so much bigger than what we've seen before?
Well, let me ask you a question. I understand, Harathi, and I can looking up and down. Children may not be terribly fond of you, but I suppose if you're a child, think of how you might act, and then think of you're a scared child. I suppose it's the same with our thoughts of Aldrinor. Whenever we're scared, we can do so much more than we can when we're calm. And children, especially, they're younger. They don't have the wariness, the wisdom weighing them down that we do as adults. A child is raw. A child is passionate. A child does not necessarily know their own boundaries, their own limits. So my thought is, if this is a scared child, it is protecting itself by all of this. And that's why it's so powerful, because this is someone who does not know the limits or the boundaries to its own capabilities.
Well, maybe we should get it on our side if we're going to take on another monster around here.
Look, even I ain't that keen on using a child to fucking attack a death machine.
Oh, really? Oh. Thought we could rather do with the help.
Everyone roll perception. This is a hearing roll for those of you with disadvantage in the eyesight area.
Advantage! Advantage for me.
Advantage for Olivia.
That was shit, though. 17.
8.
17.
Bugger.
The wolf and Adalbear, you hear a distant scream. Roll intelligence to identify the scream.
Yeah, nope. This isn't going to happen. Oh, it is, actually. 18.
Yeah.
No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Oh, it is.
Dirty 20.
Nice. It sounds a bit like one of the elves was viciously killed.
Okay. Can I... I'm going to do something stupid. Can I try and knock Zaymar so that he falls onto my back?
I'm struggling with the physics here.
So like,
I'm struggling with this as well.
so like, I want to try and like knock into him so he falls forwards and I'll catch him like over the top of my back.
Wow. That's quite a complicated maneuver. Roll the same kind of bite attack, but do it at disadvantage.
Boom.
Where?
That's not so
Alithia,
bad,
are you trying to
actually.
get...
So that's
Alithia, are you trying to get me to ride you?
Ian,
got you, man.
narrative on the chat.
It's like...
14.
What's your AC? Zoma?
Sorry.
What's your AC?
13.
All right. You sort of swing round and slap your side against his legs and knock him off his feet. You do land briefly on her back.
Cool.
But obviously
Fine,
you
and
can roll off again and stand up
Yeah,
again
but
if you want.
before he can do that, I'm gonna shoot and go to full 40 in the direction of the scream.
Again, I'm struggling with the physics
Alithia,
here.
What the hell are you? What are you doing?
Exactly.
Just slow down. Just slow down. Look, I haven't even got a good grip. Just oh my god! I tried to get a good grip.
Yeah, if it's possible.
So it is possible because he's gripping you. If he's just lying on your back, he'd just fall off. So roll ride a wolf. Wow.
Acrobatics?
Yeah, go on. Roll acrobatics.
Oh my goodness! I can't believe I'm doing this. Just going to check. That would be 21. Turns out I'm very good at riding wolves.
Yeah, don't get any ideas.
You would not believe what's going on with my my computer now. My screen is blacking out frequently.
Oh no! Does it mean the stream's going out as well?
I don't know. I'm just going to check whether my PC is overheating or something. GPU 62%, that's fine. Stream is fine. Okay, thanks, Curtis.
Yeah.
What the hell? To see if it's like a faulty HDMI or something.
It's going to be like, oh, I just unplugged this. Everything's okay.
Oh, this is unbelievable. So
That's like Naked Gun. It's the unplug the bomb.
yeah, my screen is literally just turning off every 3 seconds now.
Oh no!
It's got a blink spell on.
I'm not even sure what would cause that to happen.
Riding on a wolf.
It can't cope with the events happening.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's TTS or something.
I don't know.
I'll stick with TDS.
We still say TTS.
No, it's con.
Yeah, I mean, everything's fine for us. So
Yeah, I can still see you moving your mouse pointer.
Mm.
We can guide your mouse pointer and like be like blind fighting. Blind mousing. Brilliant.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like this before.
Of course. Well, we've got about 10 minutes of the stream at this rate.
All right. Anyway, you're. So Zaymar is a. What kind of height are you?
I'm a wolf.
I'm about like 5'9". I think I'm 5'11" or something like that.
5'11".
5'11", 5'9", something like that.
Because wolves aren't that big. I mean, they're bigger than dogs, obviously, but they're not like horses.
No.
So you are going to get tired pretty quick. So roll a con check.
Oh my goodness.
With the wolf con. So I'll look that up for you, provided I can see it. It's a +1.
20.
Nice.
I see. She was rolling. I thought I was rolling the con check.
All right. So the sound was sort of northwest of you, so you're sort of heading off in that direction. But obviously, everyone else is going to react. So,
I don't know
what is everyone else doing in the craziest stream and the craziest session ever? What are you doing, Garcia?
where the fuck are you going? This ain't the time to just run off. Because Brathy didn't hear the scream in the first place, so it's all like, suddenly Zayman's riding a wolf at it.
Any answer as you ride off?
She heard something. I shout back. A scream. And not mine.
Annabelle leans over and says, one of your elven friends just died, and Ellie is taking Zaymar to fight. This should be good. And then I start kind of walking slowly in their direction.
Oi, you lot, I'll shout up at the tree where the elves were before, if you're still there, this guy here reckons that one of your mates is dead. That monster, did you just attack everything, or did it pick you off one by one? How's it work?
There is no answer from the tree.
Fucking hell.
Horathia,
Yeah.
while we walk, do you think Bron may be able to hunt something small?
What kind of something small?
I don't know.
Pumpkin child.
Well,
I'm not there.
squirrel or something a Strava child might like to eat.
What do you reckon? I'll look down at Bron.
Bran is looking confused at all the sudden movement. He gives you a nod and snarls.
Don't be long.
All right. He runs off into the undergrowth. Meanwhile, it's actually Ellie and Zaymar are pounding off in that
Is it
direction.
back for you, Simon?
No, my screen is constantly going. Like
Oh,
every
no.
3 seconds.
Why don't you just leave it? We'll do Theatre of the Mind.
Oh, no, it's
Theatre of
fine. Every 3 seconds I can see it. So, Horathia, are you moving as well, or are you staying where you are?
Yeah, I'm going.
All right. Are you strolling with Adalbert?
Yeah.
Okay. So Bran has gone off in that direction. I think, considering all the difficulties, this is a good place to stop. Because the next thing I'm expecting is like a fire somewhere. It's just something is going to catch fire. Actually catch fire.
I don't mind. I just want to hear you start the next session with a description of me hanging onto a wolf, the deer life. I'm very interested to hear the pros of that.
So I think we will go straight to questions, and I can switch questions onto my other computer, so I can actually cope that way.
You did so well. Today was like
A nightmare.
slog. Yeah.
Today has been a nightmare.
I think you performed admirably under the darkness and confusion spell.
Yeah. I was so pleased with myself because I managed to get the music license in time. Not music license, the voice meter license in time for the session. But
Oh, that's good.
unfortunately, that was not enough.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
question
I don't know why my screen is going off every 5 seconds. All right, so Matt.
Yes.
Thank God you can hear me. Adalbert handled Alithia's egg situation very calmly last session. Was that how he felt inside?
No. Elle is his best friend, so the thought of how things are growing in her is scary, but he knows she's a warrior. He knows that she can kind of blow things up. So I think he was doing his best to kind of not shrink her head and explode it like a pimple, and to remain calm and collected, so that to contain her, make her feel safe. But inside he was kind of wondering how best to poison her without killing her, which is a scary thought.
Okay. Question from Mads. Alithia wasn't very calm, which is understandable. What was going through her mind?
Eggs?
Yeah, just like, you know, the constant march of eggs. So So Alithia was terrified because the only time she's kind of come across eggs being laid inside people is when there have been like these spidery things that lay eggs inside people, and then basically the eggs grow very quickly and then they explode, and then you get like these massive spiders coming out, which is terrifying. So not only did she think that she was going to die imminently, but she also thought that she was going to kill all of her friends. Which is probably not the best way to go. So that was scary. And I think just the idea of something growing in you, something being inside you that shouldn't be there, especially inside your brain, which is just like, you know, your, like, that's your mind and your sensibilities and your kind of, you know, personality, that being affected is terrifying. So she was shit scared.
Good question from Chaotic Stupid in chat. Thanks, Chaotic, for sticking with the stream despite all the problems. For those I'll read off my phone. For those of us who haven't been able to catch up completely yet, can we get a little insight from me on what the Astravi are? The Astravi is a race of intelligent beings that the party met a while back, and they are huge humanoids with various abilities. I probably won't say much more than that because you'll get to know during the stream, but they have been working with the party in the past. So yeah. All the hand signals are fine.
Yeah. Let's just say we're glad they're on our side. Well, for the most part.
Apart from Strider.
Starrick, yeah.
Starrick, yeah.
Don't like Starrick.
Yeah.
Starrick corrupted.
All right. Question for Harathia. Harathia has become extra wild recently. Last session. Is he losing control?
No.
All right. Zamar. Finally, the group decided to hide. How did Zamar feel seeing everyone make a good decision?
Well, obviously there was relief, which was, you know, he was just like, oh, finally, people are hiding, except for, oh, no, I can still see that bloody wolf's tail sticking out. And Adalbert's not doing a very good job, so I better go and cover that up. And yes, and I think there was a brief moment where he was actually feeling fairly relaxed. People were hidden, everything was going well, and then Harathia decided to start negotiating, and it all went tits up.
Yeah. All right. Question from Matt from Chaotic Stupid. What insights is Adalbert willing to share about his relationship with the Huntress? No spoilers, but he'd love to hear you describe the relationship a bit more.
Yeah. The Huntress for Adalbert is essentially a guiding figure. Someone he can talk to and praise to, but there aren't always answers, and the answers aren't always, well, aren't ever straightforward. So it's something that can help kind of Adalbert frame his thoughts and go on the right track. Again, without trying to say too much.
No, that's good. That's good. Nice. All right, a question from Mads. Alithia chose to run off and distance herself from the group after the egg incident, putting herself at risk. Is that kind of selflessness normal for her?
God, I never thought of it as selfless. I think, as I said before, like in her head, she was gonna die, and she didn't want to kill other people when she died. So, hence, that was the. I don't think it was a case of selflessness. I don't think it went through her head that she was going to survive long enough to survive. Like she was going to stay around long enough to survive.
Okay.
though it was more a case of like, shit, let's not kill any more people. Yeah.
Harathia. No, this isn't. If Harathia had eggs in his head, would he run off for the safety of the group?
True that. He'd whack his head against the nearest hard object, trying to smash them or something. No, he'd face it like a man. If something popped out of his head, he'd be dead anyway. So who cares what happens?
All right. Zaymar seemed to leap at the chance to interrogate Aldrinor. How much of that is because of his character, and how much was it experience as a player?
Well, let's just say that if you played in Simon's campaigns, any opportunity to extract information from any characters is something that you shouldn't pass up. But I do try to play in character, and Zaymar's nature, or his, dare I say it, training, has been to extract information from people when the opportunity presents itself. And seeing as Aldrinor was not in an attacking mode, he was like, this is it, this is my chance. Like, because he hadn't spoken to him before. Last time it was just sort of like, shh, and then move off. So this is the first chance he had to talk with him. So yeah, extend it as long as possible and things. So yeah, he was super jumping at the chance, but yeah.
But that's how he gets you.
Yeah, I find out afterwards. Every word was like corruption coming into my brain, and so yeah.
All right. Question for Matt. Aldrinor claimed the crab-like creatures were nothing to do with him. Did Adalbert believe him?
I don't think I heard that.
You didn't hear it, no, but I think Zaymar was relaying it.
Yeah, I was relaying it.
I suppose Adalbert wonders whether there may be intention or unintentional kind of engagement. So I think in Adalbert's mind he has the idea that it may be Aldrinor who is traversing the shadow plane, hence the small footprints disappearing. And in doing so, is he opening a gap that will unwittingly allow the crabs to follow? So while it may be very true that Aldrinor is nothing to do with the crabs, he may be without knowing. And I think that's what Adalbert's trying to figure out.
Okay.
Whether...
Interesting. Question for Mads from Chaotic Stupid. What are the effects of corruption? At least to the party's knowledge.
I get this. Okay. So, according to Alithia, the effects of corruption are, there are 3 levels of corruption. Shall I equal Alithia?
Sure.
Yes.
Do it in character, yeah?
Channel.
Yeah, okay,
Channel.
fine. I'll channel. So there are 3 levels of corruption. The first level is you go a bit loopy. The second level is like, you see stuff and you go a bit nutty, and you some people get really scared. Some people get a bit aggressive. I don't like that one so much. Yeah, and then you start to see stuff. Then the second level is a bit more. Then you might start to try and attack people and things like that. And then the third level, I can't remember what the actual name of it is. Adalbert will tell you that. But the third level is the worst. And that's when, you are corrupted and taken over by this evil black mist, and you can be controlled by stuff. And I think it's that creepy baby Algernon who controls you. And then they try to kill people, and then what happens is this mist stuff comes off you, and then it goes into other people, and then it corrupts them as well, and then they're controlled, and then they try to kill you too. So it's a bad situation.
It's bad. Alithia. All right. Question for Horathia. When there's danger, like eggs in the brain, does Horathia get frustrated he can't do anything about it, or does he just mentally move on?
Ooh. He might get a bit frustrated, but if he showed that at all, it wouldn't probably look like frustration. It would just look like extra aggression. So his habit is to focus on what he can do, not what he can. So he might have eggs in his brain, but he can still kill stuff. So he'd probably throw himself even more heartily into the effort to kill something than normal, if that's possible.
All right. Question for Zaymar. How did Zaymar feel about the risks involved in doing the surgery on Alithia? What if he screws it up?
How do I put this? He was more... Zaymar wouldn't care. That's what she asked.
Called it.
I mean, if you ask Zaymar to do something like that, then he's going to do it. He's going to, obviously he would try, but, like, don't ask him to do something and then, he's just going to do it and assume that that's what you wanted. It's not going to be like, oh, that didn't go so well, and then, oh, maybe you shouldn't have done that. He doesn't really have that. What's that word? Begins with
Empathy.
R. Regret.
Okay. Question for Matt. Adalbert has definitely grown into more of a facilitator and leader within the group, despite Horathia's long shadow. Is that something he wants to develop?
I mean, in Adalbert's mind, it's not something he's developing, it's just something that others are recognizing at last. He is a leader, it's just the others are finally following.
Okay. Mads, Alithia didn't try talking to the crabs. Did they just seem unfriendly to her?
So they were already in an attack formation, weren't they?
Yeah.
There was something about it. They were just like, they were readying to attack when we saw them. I can't remember the exact details. Sorry, I need to rewatch this.
They just came bursting out of the undergrowth. So you saw them on the periphery moving around, circling you.
Yeah.
So yeah, you weren't. This isn't like a trick question like you should have done. It's just
No. But there was something about the way that you described it made me think that these are what's the word?
Controlled?
Aggressive. These are aggressive and aren't going to be kind of, these are terrorists. We're not going to reason with them. We're not going to negotiate.
Terrorist
something like
crabs. Okay.
Terrorist crabs.
Crab negotiation.
All right. Question for Horathia from Chaotic Stupid, who is easily the best questionnaire. Would Horathia use a headband of intellect if he got access to it, or something similar to boost his intellect?
Well, yeah, I don't know. It probably would never occur to him that there could be such a thing. Would he wear it?
No.
God, I hope not.
He probably would, because I know he comes across as very stupid often, and I'm not saying that's not at least partially true, but he's quite practical. So if there's something that makes him better, yeah, he'd probably put it on. He might be a bit. I mean, in this case, he might be a little surprised by the end result, sort of thing. It might be a better question. Would it change the way he goes about things much?
What, you mean he'd get put on airs and graces like Adalbert?
Oh, I don't think he's going to do that.
on airs and graces?
I think we missed a question for Rathia as well about gentleness with pumpkin children.
Right. Is he gentle with pumpkin children? I don't know. Pumpkins make a good splattering when you chuck them and you smash them up. I think probably that'd be hard to resist, wouldn't it? Besides, pumpkin children are weird, so they deserve to die.
There was also a question earlier from Rugger Rabbit. What does it feel like to be a wolf for a Lithian?
It is awesome. Should I answer it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not the first time she's been a wolf, but it is awesome because she gets to play with Bron. She gets to smell all the good stuff, and you get to feel the wind in your hair, and then you're super cuddly. It is awesome being a wolf, and then you're surrounded by friends because wolves live in packs. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't get a chance to catch up on chat.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. I think that's everything.
It
was way early.
Yeah. I really want to ask one of the questions that Chaotic Stupid asked, but it's not really a question. It's like they put babies in mind. I'm just checking if there's any.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, you guys are feeding the murder baby? No, I don't think that's a question either, is it? I'm just checking to see if there's any other question I missed.
I'm sure there will be.
Question for Mr. Harris. Does Zaymar enjoy combat?
Does Zaymar
That was
enjoy
naughty. Doing that when I had water, sorry.
It's just always got to be about you, hasn't it, Mads?
It wasn't about that, it was about the chat.
To channel Adwire, this was my moment to shine.
Sorry.
I forgot. Does Zaymar enjoy combat? That's a really tricky question. No, not really. No. He's pretty good at it, but it's very dangerous, and he's more relieved when somebody dies horribly. What he does like doing is executing on a plan. So and that would be something. So it would be triggering something, So he's very much. It's like combat. It involves uncertainty, and Zaymar does not like uncertainty.
All right, and let's make it the final question from Chaotic Stupid for Matt. Have you seen the question?
Yes.
What is Adalbert's golden horn if it's not what we're implying?
Well, that would be telling. Unfortunately, quite boringly, the golden horn is kind of what it says on the tin. It's a small hunting horn made out of gold.
Oh, it's an actual hunting. I thought it was like a disc with a hunting horn on it.
No, what he has is a hunting horn made of gold. Small one.
Right.
It's about this big.
You had a small horn.
So when he says he's taking out his small golden horn, he's literally taking out a small golden horn. And you rude people could all just go away.
Yeah.
I had to join.
Yeah, I will answer the others as well. I don't know. No one's heard me sing yet.
Oh, you can sing. He's really good.
Another time.
Chaotic Stupid has also asked, why do you have it? I mean, I think it's fine to answer that one as well.
Okay, then fine. The golden horn is the symbol of the huntress. That's why I use it to communicate.
All right, cool. So, interesting session. Thank you all for joining us. Everyone needs to go and watch Chaotic Stupid's channel.
Yes.
We also had Hope join us, which is great. I really need to just post a list of these channels. I'm not sure who else has joined us.
Hold on, he was a while ago. I don't want to pronounce his name wrong. It begins with B. Oh dear, where I've lost it. DM Bedouin. Oh God, I'm so sorry. I will shout you out on Twitter instead. But he joined us very kindly as well. Yeah, and everyone in the TTRPG community has been so kind and so nice. There is an amazing project called Tabletop TV, so go check that out. And there are amazing streamers who are loads and loads of fun on it. I thank you to Hope for her amazing Discord where loads of DMs get together and people get together and just support each other. And thank you all for watching. You are amazing and delight to, to chat with and communicate with and interact with. And yeah, it makes this like 100 times better.
And provided nothing has actually caught fire, Chaotic and I will be having a chat on Friday at 7 p.m. GMT on the Runekeep stream. This is going to be a DM chat about session prep and what you do to prepare weekly for a session, which I'm very excited about. And now I'm extremely nervous because my screen keeps turning off after 6 months of using it. But,
are we going to get like secret tips and stuff like that? We can listen in to help us.
Well, it's live on the internet, so yeah.
Yeah, but you can do like a player ban if you really wanted to, and then
Oh no! This is tips for DMs on how to prepare, and I won't be giving anything away. If it approaches spoiler territory, I'm sure me and Kedem will be sort of saying
we'll be in the chat.
We won't talk about it. Yeah, we'll like start
in the chat under pseudonyms like something.
Who's your least favorite character, and how do you imagine killing them off in your game? These sorts of things.
Where is the nearest magic item in your game? Text from.
How to prepare to wreck my players' emotions. Yeah. That's also a good name.
But yeah, there are amazing streams. We host them, so just check in on our channel whenever. And go check out Chaotic Stupid, and go check out DM Bedor. Thank you, Chaotic Stupid Media. And check everyone else out, and we love you.
Okay. See you. Bye.